Hello there. Are you ready to witness some of the funniest moments caught on camera? Get ready to be amazed and entertained like never before. Now, he's learned a lesson. Don't run in the rain. Well, he shouldn't have been on the float. It's really slippery. Now this is what you call a smooth move. I think he needs to beware. Yeah, the office decibel level just went through the roof. He's training to get a driver's license, isn't he? She shouldn't have done that. When a snowplow guy breaks your fence, he has plenty of material to cover it up with this. It would have been better if you called 911, wouldn't it? Don't drive with a broken wheel like him. He just wants to maintain his emotional balance early in the morning, but this is what happened next. Everything is consistently bad. I think he needs more practice. He needs to know how to rollerblade before doing this. Hello, this is Mr. Crab. This is why you don't use regular glass for a tabletop. Unfortunately, he didn't realize that there were obstacles there. Well, at least he kept the umbrella upright, so she didn't get wet from the rain. Hopefully someone will tell her that's not the way to start her motorbike. When they found out it was a wig after many years. A water fountain turned on just moments before a press conference began in Baltimore. The power was walking like a movie character, but ended up in our compilation.
Our co-worker fell asleep at work.
That's why you shouldn't prank your colleague while he's sleeping. Maybe we should all keep an eye out for any other feathered foodies lurking around here. Which impression is your favorite? I think the staff who ordered the order held back their laughter a lot.
For breakfast, an order I've acquired over a very long morning. Yes, I want a flat white, I want a breakfast wrap, and I want a hash brown!
The most important thing when using a hoverboard is balancing. You know, thankfully he's still okay.
Oh, you spell my name right?
Is that how you spell it?
Yeah.
Good.
He's fine, but his lunch isn't. when you plan to work at a company for a couple of months but end up staying for 15 years.
Do not touch the ring! Stand clear! Stand clear!
She just realized that she was at her workplace and not at home. Is this a demonstration on using the wrong kind of fire extinguisher?
Estoy loco.
This woman values cleanliness too much, don't you think? Remember folks, the door smash delivery technique is not endorsed by any food app. Don't worry, it only takes like 6 weeks to grow back. What does he think will happen at first anyway? Someone needs a lesson in Wheelbarrow 101. Oh no, he couldn't! No! Maybe he just heard that he will be fired, but is making his last moves.
我有心理疑问，好了，准备啊，准备啊，大家准备好，准备好，来啊，观众给他们加加油啊！3、2、1，开始！
Wow, that's an impressive skill, right? He went into the trash to prank his coworkers. However, whatever comes will come. That's called karma. Maybe he wants to end his job now. I think these two have absorbed through their skin more than I drink on a Friday night.
Stay calm! Wait! Everybody calm down! No!
Today is probably a bad day for the captain of the white ship. Just because of a small mistake, he lost several months of his salary. Hopefully he will find a new, more suitable job. Seeing scratches on the crash, a tour guide humorously said, "This is part of our Technical Discovery educational program. We will have a hands-on session on ship repair soon. Now." In the chaos and confused instructions, the truck driver seemed to have become a quote street performer with his odd performance. This hilarious incident ends with a whole lot of laughter and a situation full of humor when the truck finally clears the alley. Perhaps the ship is testing people's hearts. While the snowplow was working hard, it suddenly stopped working and suddenly lay in the middle of the road. This humor probably helps us dispel the cold of winter. Oh, and the ambulance is on its way to help it. During the drill, the fire department's tanker suddenly overturned. They didn't even expect to have a real-life experience, but they still reacted promptly. Their patience and skill in this unexpected situation are appreciated. The driver carrying a yellow painted car suddenly had an accident. The paint spilled on the road and on his body and was recorded by the camera. Despite the awkward situation, he almost became a moving gold-painted art statue, but I hope he would control his speed while driving better. While the truck loaded with paint in Friend Gully spilled onto the road, the driver panicked but received quick support from people around him.
Go ahead. Lucky for you, I'm a beast. Go ahead, Superman. Well, $50.
What do you think is the price to pay for his mistakes and recklessness?
Are you dead?
I hope the TV isn't sad because of its clumsy owner. You will have nervous moments when working with colleagues who are not good at calculating like this. The right thing he did was wear a helmet. Maybe he needs a new, more suitable job. Click subscribe. Perhaps the captain couldn't contain his excitement when watching whales, so he gave the San Diego dock a surprise hug. Hopefully next time he will control the ship's emotions better. When turning around, the female truck driver intended to choose a pine tree from the group of fruits on her truck, but this doesn't seem to be very popular with everyone, and she also needs to improve her steering to make more suitable choices.
Hit the truck.
I want to change little Corky's shitty diaper. It's $100.
While driving late after a long hour of work, the man accidentally fell asleep in the car. Luckily, he woke up right before something happened. He must be grateful when the phone rings at the right time and pay attention to stay alert while driving. On a foggy day, the truck's confusion was recorded on camera. If the driver had looked at the warning sign on the road, perhaps this wouldn't have happened. At least he got a lesson in observation, albeit a little late. The ship and the big waves seem to have had a lifelong feud. But fortunately, the ship was able to conquer the mischievous waves thanks to the talented and skillful captain. Under a fierce storm, a cargo ship in Turkey lost balance and ran aground. But thanks to talent and solidarity, everyone overcomes it together, creating a story of patience, mental strength, and friendship in times of danger. When the large truck had difficulty turning around, a traffic jam occurred. This incident requires quick intervention from rescue forces or traffic support teams to minimize negative impacts on vehicle flow and avoid major impacts on people's movement.
No way, homie.
In the process of turning the truck out of the narrow alley, the driver encountered difficulties and lost a lot of time. This may be due to limited space or poor driving skills. To avoid a similar situation, he needs to raise the steering wheel and pay attention to the signs at the entrance of the alley. Oh my gosh, I don't understand what the owner of the white car is thinking. I think drivers need to be serious when participating in traffic to avoid encountering unwanted situations. Their trip home today seemed different from any other day. They had a late lesson due to their lack of awareness. I hope he will be serious about driving. If you're sleepy, stop the car and sleep.
Baby, okay.
cold winter day in Springfield, a snowplow planned to warm the road by not moving an inch. But fortunately, it was immediately assisted by a rescue vehicle. The moment the ship collided with the port, the captain suddenly shouted, "The ship wants to visit the beach but is lost. Urgently find a map." This humorous statement made everyone on the train laugh out loud, helping to reduce tension in unexpected situations. On the Blue Sea, two cruise ships, quote, meet gently, startling tourists. One group humorously joked that they had never seen such a meeting. Fortunately, the two captains handled it very well to avoid similar situations. The $50 million yacht crashed and the captain had only 13 seconds to make a decision. He deliberately chose to collide with the yacht club's wooden dock to avoid a worse situation. Anyway, he tried his best. Perhaps this new ship planned to test its own strength by coming into contact with the bridge. But I think someone should step up the efforts to improve the train warning and assistance system near the bridge because it is very useful. Click subscribe. The captain on the crash did his best, but the ship probably had other plans. To avoid similar situations, it is very important to educate and train seafarers on ship driving skills in different conditions. Perhaps this is the first working day for the TV transporters. An unexpected incident happened. I think it's a lesson in calculations at work for them.
I hope FedEx delivery people should review their way of working. Furthermore, he must also be responsible for that thoughtless action. A forgotten musical talent was discovered while working as a welder. Perhaps he was so immersed in the song he forgot the effect of the mask. Therefore, truck drivers need to pay attention to signs on curves and adjust their speed accordingly. The rescue team also got an additional lesson on using the appropriate equipment. Don't forget to entertain yourself after stressful and tiring working hours. Oh no, checking the condition of the car door before going out is always necessary, especially for this driver. Luckily, an excellent rescue vehicle arrived promptly and successfully rescued the car. A lesson in driving skills from an unpleasant U-turn experience with a truck driver. Don't think that an inanimate truck knows how to play around with that roof. Just kidding. Truck drivers should look around before moving to avoid unnecessary collisions. Because of small mistakes, the fish were transferred to swim on the ground. Advice for forklift drivers is to carefully check how secure the goods are on the vehicle first. Amazon's delivery person did not want to delay the delivery, I guess. But he shouldn't do that, and let's be a responsible delivery person. Did you know that 90% of errors at work come from subjectivity? Fortunately, he discovered it in time and kept his car. The boy was very lucky to have his guardian angel always by his side. But we also need to consider how to close and open glass doors to ensure safety. Luckily, he reacted promptly and blew the fire quickly. It was also an experience for him to repair the car and at the same time equip fire protection equipment to handle it promptly.
Yeah.
Working hard is good, but please pay attention to your health, girl. On a gloomy day in London, a tow truck driver's first day at work doesn't seem to be going so well. I hope you will find another more suitable job. And the FedEx delivery person received immediate karma for his actions. I hope the next time I meet you, I will have a more responsible working attitude. The first time like this requires a lot of effort. I think next time he will do better. Hopefully her coworkers will compensate her with another sandwich. This contributes to making the wedding that day memorable.
I think Mr. Mailman forgot to pull the gas hose out of his gas cap.
I wonder if the gas station attendants realized a hose was missing.
In the gas hose. Ding bat. Holy hell.
Because the employees were struggling, the car above decided to rush out, and they have more work to do about their miscalculations. And that's why the garage always delivers the car late.